Hi, this is Dave Griffin. Today we're talking about the mission, Covert mission, which came from the RIS Pi and replicates Star Trek The Next Generation's The Enemy, although it's really a pretty liberal interpretation. There really wasn't a combat. The forces on the Federation side, 50 points, one and only one Federation ship. The card seems to indicate this should be a Galaxy class, but that's not required. Actually, according to the episode, it should be the Enterprise D. On the Romulan side, 70 points, one Romulan vessel plus one Romulan scout. Again, by the card in the episode, that should be a Diderodex of some kind. There's a planet in the center. There are 4 objective tokens around it to the north, south, east, and west, 4 inches from the planet, and with a mission token on top of each objective token. Now, the objective tokens here are not obstacles. They're just places in space that the Romulan scout needs to go in order to accomplish its mission. I'll explain that in a minute. The special rules, the planet is Galandan core. Basically, if you're within range 1, you have to roll 2 dice, kind of like a minefield, and take the damage indicated. It doesn't say you can't roll any defense dice, but that seems to be the implication. Also, you can't do a scan action within range 1 of the planet. Now, as I said, the 4 objective tokens are not obstacles. If the Romulan scout manages to move through the objective token by either having its movement guide go through the token or by it landing on the token, it can do an action to place the mission token on the card. It can't do any free actions during that time, so that's important if you pick the RIS foe, because the RIS foe gets a free action to do an evade, which is really useful in this mission. So when you're picking up a mission token, you can't do that free action, remember. Also, the Romulans can't fire at the Federation until the Federation fires at them, and the Feds can't fire at the Romulans until the scout picks up at least 1 token. Now, on the Romulan side, the scout needs to gather 2 to 3 mission tokens depending on the level of the victory and then escape off the board north, or they can destroy the Federation ship after it attacks. Now, the Federation is to destroy the scout after it collects at least 1 token. Now, given these objectives, it is possible, I think, for both sides to win simultaneously, in that if the Federation destroys the scout and then the Romulan other ship destroys the Federation ship, I would call that a draw, even though the Federation would do its action first if it's done on the same turn. Now, this is a very finely balanced mission, depending on your build. What I tried when I did my playthrough is a thematic Enterprise D versus a Diderodex, but I did give it the Diderodex upgrade that comes with the mirror faction, and I used the RIS foe. Now, what that does to the Federation is it gives them only 4 high-quality dice, which is not so easy to get through the RIS foe's defenses. So that's a pretty good build. It can go either way. It's all a matter of how fickle the green die are on the Vo. You have to be careful on both sides because piling mistakes can kill you, especially when you're cloaked. And if the Vo gets too near the planet, it can get killed right there. It might also be tempting to bring mines with it, especially for the Vo, to bring a set of Romulan cloaked mines, and that's fine, but I would say that if you deploy those mines and your enemy runs into them before you're legal to shoot at them, then you lose the game instantly. So the mines are something you have to keep on your card, keep on your ship, and wait until it's legal to actually attack your opponent and then deploy the mines. Now, the Romulans have a couple of other interesting cards, like the Romulan Pilot, which will give them an extra move action, which can make a big difference. And on the Federation side, Admiral Forrest is a good way to give the Galaxy class better maneuvering. So is the Independent Fed Fleet Captain, if you want to use that. Dimitri Valtain is always good against cloakers, especially when scans are also good against mines. And Hood Riker is always nice to bring along. When I played this out, I got Romulan victories both times, but in both cases, it was really, really close. It could have gone either way very easily. Like I said, if you have 2 good pilots, It could be that the Romulans have a very, very slight advantage, but not much. The fact is, all it takes is one bad roll on the cloak, and the Enterprise D can kill the Vo. So you have to be on your toes on both sides. Be very careful with your piloting, and have a lot of fun with this one, because I'd say this was a 4-star mission. It's nicely balanced. There's interesting terrain. It's definitely worth playing and a lot of fun. So try it out, and I'll see you next week.